Viewers, how much betrayal is too much? The Pahalgam terror attack has torn our nation apart. 26 innocent lives slaughtered, families broken, dreams shattered, and a memory stained with blood. Terrorists from Pakistan did not just kill, they asked men their religion before opening fire. But as we cry for the dead, as we hold their grieving families in our hearts, something even more painful stares at us. A betrayal from within. Leaders of the Congress and the India Alliance, people we trusted to stand with us, are standing against us. They are questioning the victims' stories as if the dead should crawl out of their graves to prove their suffering. They are defending Pakistan as if its hands are not dripping with our blood. They are talking about peace with a nation that sponsors our pain. Viewers, this is not just wrong, it's a knife in India's heart, in your heart, to our hearts. Viewers, listen to this and feel the rage. Congress leader Saifuddin Source says we should believe in Pakistan when it denies its role. Believe Pakistan? The same Pakistan that's been killing our people for years? It is like saying believe the murderer when he says I did not kill. Doesn't matter if the pile of lifeless bodies lies right in front of your eyes. Then there is Karnataka's chief minister who shies away from confronting Pakistan, and his minister Timmapur says terrorists would not ask for religion before killing. Now go tell that to the widows, the orphans, the mothers who lost their sons because they were Hindu. And then there are others like Manishankar Iyer, soft talking and justifying Pakistan's terror, or those begging for talks as if words can bring back the dead. Viewers, it's like they want the victims who bled to death, paying the price for their faith, to come back and show proof of what happened. How dare they? How dare they doubt the survivors, trembling with fear, who saw the horror? This is not just cruel, viewers, it's evil. Evil. These leaders are the enemy within, breaking our spirit, giving Pakistan the courage to strike again. They are not just failing us, they are helping the killers, plain and simple. Congress says it condemns the attack, but their words are empty when their own leaders protect Pakistan. Their calls for unity are a lie when people like Robert Vadra inject the Hindutva angle to the bloodshed. The shameless defense of Pakistan is not muhabbat. It's treachery that is unforgivable. Doubting survivors' tears, dismissing their trauma and whitewashing Pakistan's role is not a peace push. It's a cruel betrayal that chokes us with rage. Congress is not just denying justice, they are breaking the spirit of Bharat, giving Pakistan a free pass to kill again while we cradle our dead and wipe our tears. Viewers, this is not secularism, it's appeasement, a gutless surrender that rips open Bharat's wounds. Viewers, let's ask the Congress leaders, whose side are they on? When they defend Pakistan, they stand with murderers. When they doubt terror victims, they mock their pain. When they talk of peace with terror, they betray every Indian. The Congress wants the dead to answer. I want the Congress and ecosystem to answer tonight. Viewers, these apologists are not just hurting India, they are helping the hands that hold the guns. This sabut mindset, Congress's obsession for proof, is an insult to the dead and those left behind. It is this mindset, viewers, that shields the terror and shames the victims.
बात क्या करते हैं तो उन्होंने हिंदू का पूछ कर मारा। अरे कोई टेररिस्ट को पूछने तक समय होता है क्या? उनके कान में जाके नजदीक जाके पूछेगा
यार ಹೊಡೆದು ಓಡ್ ಹೋಗ ಜಾತಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೊಡೆಯಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೇನ? ನೀನೇ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇದು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಡಬಡಬಡಂಗೆ ಹೊಡಿತಾನೆ ಓಡ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ.
Pakistan's word should be accepted that it is not involved in Pahalgam.
I represent these sentiments of hundreds and thousands of people, that they should keep their cool and something should be sorted. Whatever has to be done across the table.
ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದಂತ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಕ್ರಮಗಳು ತಗೋಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. ಭದ್ರತಾ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನ ಬಿಗಿ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
Till today, we are living with the consequences of that partition. Is not the unresolved questions of partition reflected in the terrible tragedy that was enacted near Pahalgam?
So the dead must come back and answer the Congress leaders. Sushil Nathaniel must come back, answer Congress. Tell them what happened. Hemant Joshi must come back, explain to the Congress. Atul Mone must come back, explain to the Congress. Sanjay Lele, Neeraj Udvani, Bitan Adhikari, Shubham Dwivedi, Lieutenant Vinay Narwal, Manish Ranjan, N. Ramachandran. The list is long. 26 people. They must all come back from the dead and give proof to the Congress party that, look, this is what we faced. Only then the Congress party and the Congress leaders and the ecosystem, or what have you, will keep quiet. What is this absurdity going on? Let's open this up. Radhika Kheda, National Spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Ratan Sharda, Sushil Pandit, Abid Mir Magami, leader of the Congress. Kamruzaman Chaudhary, Muhammad Tariq Khan of the Samajwadi Party. Professor Akhil Swami. Professor Akhil Swami, let me begin by asking you, what is this mindset, sir, where you're forcing people who are not with us? The dead must come back to, to answer questions asked by some of the Congress leaders?
Mr. Anchor, I never wanted to, because right now the country is standing unitedly behind Mr. Modi and the Prime Minister of India. I never wanted to rake up the past as to what happened after 26/11. After 26/11, you see, after 2 days on 28th November, there was an advertisement by BJP that this is a weak government and vote for BJP. And after 3 days of the incident, when the firing was on, the present Prime Minister of India went to Mumbai at the site of shooting, and he claimed that this government is completely weak and it has to be changed. Right now, the country is standing behind Mr. Modi. Everybody, even the Congress, RJD, SP and whatever names you have taken, everybody is standing behind Mr. Modi, and in the all-party meet, Mr. Modi himself was not present. But right now, we don't want to rake up as to what happened in the past. This is the first terrorist attack where there has been no cross-firing and there was no firing from the security side. In Mumbai also, our security forces fought back. They were killed. They gave their life. And Hemant Karkare also gave his life. But they fought and they caught Kasab and they killed the terrorists there. This is the first time in the history of any terrorist attack. Now, not even a single terrorist has been arrested.
Now, Mr. Professor, let me ask you this.
Terrorist has been killed.
You want to go back in time? Let's go back in time. Was Pakistan behind 26/11 or was it some RSS conspiracy? Answer that, Mr. Professor.
It was by Pakistan. That time also it was Pakistan. This time also it is Pakistan.
That time it was Pakistan. Have you heard the name Digvijay Singh? Mr. Professor, have you heard the name Digvijay Singh? He happens to be a senior leader of the Congress party. Do you know what he has said about 26/11? What was he endorsing? He was endorsing a book that said 26/11 RSS conspiracy. So before you come here, come prepared if you want to go back in time. You want to go back to Nehru's time? Let's go back, Professor, but don't run away from the show. I am willing to take you back to 1947, the horrors of partition and this secularism, the fraud in the name of secularism that the Congress has done. Let me read out to you what your leaders have said. Saifuddin Soz, he says if Pakistan takes a stand that they are not involved in Pahalgam, then we should accept Pakistan's word. Who is more Congress, Professor Akhil Swami or Saifuddin Soz? Answer that question. Can you? You cannot. Then you have the Karnataka Chief Minister. We are not in favor of war. You have Manishankar Iyer, your favorite leader, Mr. Professor. Now listen to me, sir. Calm down and listen to me. Pahalgam tragedy reflects unresolved questions of partition. Now go say this to the survivors or the family members of the victims. What will you say, Mr. Magami?
आपको पता है जब ऑल पार्टी मीटिंग हुई वहां पर इंडियन ब्लॉक ने क्लियर किया कि हम इस मसले में सरकार के साथ हैं। अब सवाल कहां पैदा होता है? अब टाइम है एक्शन का। अब सरकार को जो एक्शन प्लान है वो इंप्लीमेंट करना है। अब उनकी बारी है। इस तरह आप लाशों पे सियासत नहीं कर सकते। आप इस टाइम है सरकार को एक्शन करना चाहिए। पाकिस्तान, ये तो कोई भी नहीं कह सकता कि पाकिस्तान इसमें इन्वॉल्व है। ये तो जाहिर सी बात है, जो भी मसले होते हैं उसमें पाकिस्तान की इन्वॉल्वमेंट होती है। तो इसमें और क्या सबूत चाहिए? अब गवर्नमेंट के पास सारे सबूत है, होम मिनिस्ट्री के अंदर सारे सबूत है, तो क्यों एक्शन नहीं लिया जा रहा है? बार बार आप इन चीजों को सवाल उठा रहे हैं, मगर सवाल तो हुकूमत से भी करना चाहिए ना। 5 दिन गुजर गए, 5 दिन में क्यों किसी को पकड़ा नहीं गया? क्यों अभी तक सरकार क्या सोच रही है? क्यों हमला नहीं हो रहा है? चाहे कोई भी एक्शन हो, क्यों एक्शन क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? ग्राउंड पे क्यों एक्शन नहीं हो रहा है? सियासत करना आप बंद कीजिए। मोदी जी को चाहे तब बिहार की वजह से उनको कश्मीर आना चाहिए, कश्मीर की धरती से पाकिस्तान को जवाब जाना चाहिए था, न कि बिहार की धरती से, क्योंकि यह हादसा कश्मीर की धरती पे हुआ।
तो कश्मीर कहां है? भारत में नहीं है मिस्टर मगामी। कश्मीर कहां है? कहां है कश्मीर?
कश्मीर भारत में
फिर
है।
ये भारत बिहार और कश्मीर, इसमें क्यों कंफ्यूज कर रहे हैं लोगों को आप? और अभी जो इतना आउटरीच दिखा रहे हैं आप टीवी पे, मिस्टर मगामी, आपके एक नेता है, बहुत बड़े नेता है, मणिशंकर अय्यर, नाम तो सुना होगा आपने। वो कह रहे हैं ये पार्टीशन के डिफरेंसेस की वजह से हुआ है। और भी हैं आपके लोग जो कह रहे हैं, एक है आपके बड़े नेता है महाराष्ट्र के मिस्टर वडत्तीवार, वो कह रहे हैं कि हमें नहीं पता, लोगों को टेररिस्ट को इतना समय नहीं होता कि वो किसी का रिलीजन पूछ के मारे। आप बोलिए कि मैं कंडेम करता हूं ऐसे इस्लामिस्ट टेररिस्ट को जो रिलीजन पूछ के मारते हैं। आप बोलिए मिस्टर मगामी।
हरकेश जी पार्टी के प्रेसिडेंट है, उन्होंने तो क्लियर किया।
आप बोलिए ना, आप बोलिए कि मैं इस्लामिस्ट टेररिस्ट को कंडेम करता हूं जो रिलीजन पूछ के मारते हैं, जो पूछते हैं कि तुम हिंदू हो तो तुम मरोगे। बोलिए मिस्टर मगामी।
मैं उन फैमिलियों के साथ हूं।
नहीं, साथ खड़े होने से नहीं होगा। साथ तो महबूबा मुफ्ती भी थी, जिनके मुंह से एक शब्द नहीं निकलता है, वो तो पाकिस्तान नहीं बोल पा रही हैं। आप ये बोलिए, कंडेम करेंगे नहीं करेंगे? सुशील पंडित।
Pranesh, let me share with you a very interesting detail. Manishankar Iyer says that this is the legacy of partition. This is exactly the same stand of Pakistan. They call Kashmir the unfinished agenda of partition. This is where these two mindsets converge. And who's Manishankar Iyer? In 1962, he was in Cambridge. He was the member of Marxist Society there. And when war broke out between China and India, he was mobilizing resources for China, not for India. This is what you have in Manishankar Iyer, who today is a senior leader of Congress, has been a minister under them, was a good friend of Rajiv Gandhi, served him in the PMO as a diplomat. So we have Congress infested with this mindset. It's not just Manishankar Iyer only represents an entire cabal in Congress that sets its mindset. You will be tired of putting together a list that includes Robert Vadra, Sita Ramaiah, all kinds of people. And they crawl out of woodwork to shamelessly and brazenly give cover fire to the enemies of India. And then there are fellow travelers on your panel who justify, who rationalize. We have a Pakistan, a thriving Pakistan within. And we need to sort this out first, even as we sort out the Pakistan across the border. And this thriving Pakistan is in the political patronage of Congress and parties that are aligned with Congress. There is absolutely no difference. And we have a problem. Mehbooba Mufti, with what face would she defend the terrorists or disassociate herself from the terrorists when she walks with a compensation check after Burhan Wani was neutralized in an encounter? No less. And Mehbooba Mufti and Omar Abdullah have started giving cover fire already. Look at their tweets yesterday. They say, please stop targeting innocents while you are chasing terrorists. This is the dog whistle to civil society of Kashmir to rebel against all these anti-terror operations because so-called innocents are being targeted. She doesn't name any innocent, but innocents are already being invoked when the anti-terror operation has begun. So both Omar Abdullah and Mehbooba Mufti are pandering to their vote bank constituency in Kashmir.
Now, Radhika
Congress
Kheda,
is pandering to its vote bank constituency across India.
People like, Professor Akhil Swami want to go back to 2008. He says after the 26/11 attacks, the BJP was resorting to politics. Don't fault us.
Good evening to all. Today, as India grieves the Pahalgam terror attack, the entire, not just the entire country, the entire world is grieving with India and is standing by India. But unfortunately, the oldest party of India, which takes credit कि भाई हमने इस देश को स्वतंत्र कराया and we have lost lives and हम शहीद हुए हैं इस देश के लिए, the same Congress party once again stands exposed and does not stand with the nation and is standing against the nation. Who knew when Rahul Gandhi, during the inauguration of Indira Bhavan, when he said that my fight is with the Indian nation, was talking about this, whether it is Vijay Vattivar or his brother-in-law Robert Vadra? Has he called them out? Has he called out Mani Shankar Iyer or Siddharamaiah or Randeep Surjewala or Manik Tagore or Sohail Bukhari or any of his leaders? But yes, if I remember watching a news break on your channel a couple of hours back, where there was a source-based news which said Rahul Gandhi बहुत नाराज हैं, उन्होंने एक ultimatum दिया है अपने लोगों को not to come up and speak like this, and they have to follow the party line. When their leaders have to speak, they are talking in public. Their speeches, their dialogues, their comments are being picked up by the Pakistani media. The Pakistani media is showing it to the world that the country does not stand united. The country's opposition and leaders from the opposition party are questioning the government. And they stand by the terrorists. Each time any of the Congress leader has questioned this and said कि वो terrorist का धर्म नहीं होता, or has said कि no, how can the terrorists ask for the dharma, or no, we should only talk with Pakistan. Are they actually questioning all those families, all those victims, wives and children who came out and spoke to the media and said कि हमसे पूछा गया हमारा धर्म क्या है, आप हिंदू हैं या मुसलमान हैं, आप कलमा पढ़ के दिखाइए. It was not the government or the Bharatiya Janata Party who said that, it was the family of the victims and the survivors over there. And
let's just stay on that point for a bit. Kamruzaman Chaudhary, if you refuse to, believe the survivor, like Radhika Kheda is saying, what do you want? The dead should come back and give you one affidavit?
Yeah, Pranesh, good evening. I hope you give me just 2 minutes of your time before I expose the vulture politicians out here. Just listen to this video.
देखो, पॉइंट खुलवा के जो चेक किए हो ना, अगर हम लोग चेक करवा के मारने पे आ गए, जो भारत से मुसलमान खत्म हो जाएगा. बात मानो. अभी टीएमसी का नेता शत्रुघ्न सिन्हा, उसका भी बयान है अनर्गल. घर का नाम रामायण और टिप्पणी कर रहा है. ना ज्यादा दूर नहीं खे, शत्रुघ्न सिन्हा के घर पहुंचेगा तो लोग बिहारी.
देखिए, exactly this is the agenda what the Pakistan-enabled terrorists wanted to impose on India. And now this entire vulture ecosystem, they are playing politics on a very dastardly terrorist attack in Kashmir. Now what do you want in India? A situation like this gentleman is a criminal, I believe, who wants to bring a genocide within India, wants to start a civil war within India. Just yesterday, one Mr. Sarfraz, he was loitering outside his house. He was almost killed by an axe. Who the gentleman published a video in which he says 26 ka 2600 ko marenge. Now Pranesh, this type of rumor mongering, whatever I say, or whatever statements that you are platforming in your channels, is exactly the agenda that the Pakistan wants to spread in India. They are afraid that they could not produce a Qassab within the Muslim community of India. That is their biggest fear, so they now want to make a divide and rule policy within India. Let the Hindus pay for the Muslims' blood, or Muslims pay for the Hindus' blood.
Mr. Kamruzaman Chaudhary, one minute. Let's first of all make this distinction. This is not about the Muslim community. It is about the ideology that the Islamist terrorists follow. We are calling that out. Now, let me ask you this question. You said, some person was almost killed. You are refusing to believe the person who's no more, the person who's killed. Should the dead come back? I'm asking you again. What is this kind of commentary, sir? What is this? Your leaders are saying, a man who's shooting, will he ask caste or religion? Really? The survivor knows more, or this minister who does not deserve to be a minister? Answer that question.
You saw the zipline video. Wherein the man, while he was going over the trampoline, one man was running and he was shot at from behind. Now you see, these things need to be investigated by the government. I don't want to put it out in the public domain right now.
So you are saying people were randomly being shot? There is no truth to this religion angle. Radhika, quick response.
Yes. So when he's talking about this video, which is playing on your screen right now, if you would see the starting, the man who was, arranging for this in that zip line ka jo tha aadmi, wo 4 baar bola Allahu Akbar when those shots were being fired, and he could see what the terrorists were doing. Yet he ensured that man, the tourist, went down. Please rewind and play that video with audio for your viewers. It is very categorically clear that the man who's running the zip line,
let's play it out. He says, Rahm karo, Rahm karo, Rahm karo. In fact, the man who was on the zip line also spoke to us. Radhika, just hold on. Let's play out the video with the audio from the beginning.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. बैठो, पैर लंबा करो.
Of what is going to unfold in the next few seconds is enjoying his ride. He did not know, but the people who are with the victims, their family members, some of them have survived to tell us what happened. And Ratan Sharda, had it not been for this handful of people who actually saw firsthand of what happened, imagine what these people, the ecosystem would have, told us.
Pranesh, the question begs the answer. Remember Umble? If there was no Umble, there would be no Pakistani terror in 26/11. It will be Hindu terror, where Digvijay Singh and all his friends could go about talking about RSS ki sazish, and it would have been a kalma wearing Hindu with Hindu identity who created terror. They are on the same line. There is no difference. Now let me go back a little to this entire story, Nehru and whatnot. There is a strange problem with Nehruism. That is, log kya kahenge? 1947, bloody partition, people are running helter-skelter. Nehru says, Musalman nahi jayenge, log kya kahenge? Hindus are maar ke aa rahe, log kya kahenge? Then you have Tibet, 1950s, chup raho, log kya kahenge? De do China ko. 1962, log kya kahenge? De do Aksai Chin, uske par to ghaas bhi nahi uggta. Goa till 1961, log kya kahenge? Mat liberate karo. And he was irritated. So this log kya kahenge problem with Congress lives today. Yes, Kashmir is a legacy, partition, a legacy of Nehruism. That is the only state which Nehru took away from Patel, saying, I will solve it, and that never got solved. It became the jugular net for nerve for the Pakistanis, and became a permanent pain for Indians, just because Nehru said, I will ensure it. He could not do anything because his friend Sheikh Abdullah sat on his neck. This is the truth. So that unfinished agenda is carrying, still paining us, still giving a problem to us. And you look at further, these fellows who talk about kaha nahi kaha, you are insulting the sacred memory of widows, of orphans who were kept alive by these terrorists, especially to make them suffer. This is that Islamist mentality where you treat women as second-class, third-class citizens, as male ganimat. So let them suffer, because you will only kill the husbands, so the sons remain, orphans, and women remain widows for life. This is their thinking. This is their problem, and you will not speak up because you are worried about some Islamophobic kind of comment that you are worried about. And one finally, today, the Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi met an ultra-leftist group in his 10th Janpath. You want to know what is the agenda? I would like to know. Why did they meet the particular people? I'll tell you the name. It is ANI News. Sonia Gandhi and Lok Sabha LOP Rahul Gandhi met with a delegation of Progressive International at 10 Janpath. And who are the Progressive International? They are ultra-left people who mobilizes left-wing activists and groups, and their officials supporting some publications and anti-market, anti-globalization. These are the friends of this Congress who have no interest in Indian economy, who treat every wealth creator as a sham, as a hate figure. And you will go back a little. A.N. Bali in 1947 writes, while Congress was fiddling, not knowing what to do with partisan, to do, how to protect Hindus, Jinnah was very cleverly playing his cards, and he was very surgical and saw to the genocide of Hindus, not only Pakistan, also need Pakistan. So how long we are going to deny this Islamist lobbies? How long we are going to deny the very existence of Hindus? Here is a Pandit. Has anybody guts? They will keep on saying he ran away because Jagmohan gave him the ticket. Have you any shame? Anywhere where Hindu goes into minority, is thrown out, he is killed, and we are sitting here talking niceties
and
talking legacy and all that.
What do they want to achieve by proving the survivors wrong? Have you forgotten what Shashi Tharoor has said, sir? The man has some sense. At least, listen to what Shashi Tharoor has said. You must. Let me bring in the Samajwadi Party spokesperson, Tariq Khan. Tariq Khan, what has Akhilesh Yadav said, sir? He says, I will not go to his house. Whose house? Whose house? Mr. Dwivedi's house. Because वो मेरे कोई नहीं है. मैं उनको नहीं जानता हूं. अब ऐसे होगा condolence.
Our party leaders will go and meet him when time comes. He will also, and he has asked for the compensation. Okay? He has asked for the compensation, and if you are asking who is going, who is not going, Prime Minister is not going. When he has to go Kashmir, he went to Bihar. It's all right. Amit Shah hasn't gone anywhere. You should ask.
It's not all right. I'll tell you. I'll tell you, Tariq Khan, why it's not all right. Because Akhilesh Yadav could have said that, look, I am occupied. The party delegation will go. Because you see, the alacrity with which people went to Mukhtar Ansari's house.
Give me at least 50 seconds, at least 30 seconds to speak without interruption, sir, please. Our party don't endorse that part of Mr. So's statement, what you have said, that he is giving a clean check to Pakistan. I'm saying that Pakistan is completely involved in all that, but what is the complete statement of Mr. So's? I'm reading out. We must agree with Prime Minister Modi says on this matter, okay? His statement is a direction for all of us to understand the issue. The Prime Minister is the guide. He is the leader of the nation. He has spoken very strongly about Pahalgam. Means it seems to be he's a BJP spokesperson or a leader. जो ये कह रहे हैं. The Prime Minister will decide the course action along with the cabinet. We are a democratic country. There is a cabinet system. Whatever the cabinet decide will be the action the Prime Minister will take. He has better knowledge on this. So what he's praising the Prime Minister, his actions as well. So a part we disagree, but this part is saying that he endorsed
Tariq Khan, there are many more parts, sir. There is a part said by Mr. Wadattiwar, the leader of opposition in Maharashtra. Then there is a part said by the Karnataka Chief Minister. He made a U-turn. Then there is a part by the Karnataka Minister. And look, here's another part. Digvijay Singh has tweeted. I'm sure you are aware of what Shashi Tharoor has said. I'm asking Professor Giri. Professor Giri, I'm sure you are aware of what Shashi Tharoor has said. He says, let us speak in one voice. After, some time is over, after we've taught Pakistan a lesson, we must all ask questions of the government. We must all introspect and fix accountability. Here's Digvijay Singh. Sir, I'm reading this for you. क्या यह सही है? पहलगाम से पहले सीआरपीएफ को मौके से हटाया गया. किसके आदेश से हटाया गया? क्यों हटाया गया? इसका उत्तर पीएमओ इंडिया, पीआईबी होम अफेयर्स, एनएसए को नहीं देना चाहिए. Now he wants to, because you see, he is so perturbed that how did Siddharamaiah feature in Pak news, Pak media? Now he wants to be the headline, which is why you have this tweet. बोलिए प्रोफेसर स्वामी.
देखिए, एक कहावत है हिंदी में, नाच ना जाने आंगन टेढ़ा। हम कहना नहीं चाह रहे थे, हम कहना चाह रहे थे कि देश एक साथ खड़ा रहे। ये निकम्मी सरकार है। आपने मुझे टोक दिया जब मैं 25 साल पहले गया, रतन शारदा ने पिछले 100 साल की बातें बता दी। 1947 में ये हुआ, पंडित नेहरू ने ये किया, इंदिरा गांधी ने वो किया। अरे आज पूरा देश मोदी जी के साथ खड़ा है, मोदी जी कुछ करते क्यों नहीं? आप कोस रहे हैं, कांग्रेसियों को कोस रहे हैं, अखिलेश यादव को कोस रहे हैं, हम मोदी जी के साथ खड़े। अरे मोदी जी जब 1990 ये 26/11 हुआ था, 26/11 में वहां जाके बीजेपी के लिए एडवर्टीजमेंट दे रहे थे, वहां जाके प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे थे, हमारे सैनिक मर रहे थे, गोलियां चल रही थी, और उस समय मोदी जी पॉलिटिकल एडवांटेज ले रहे थे। आज तो मोदी जी के साथ खड़े। सीधा रमैया ने कह दिया, दिग्विजय सिंह ने कह दिया, मणिशंकर अय्यर ने कह दिया। अरे यार, किसी ने कुछ कहा या नहीं कहा, हम मोदी जी के साथ खड़े हैं। घुस के मारो पाकिस्तान को, जिसको कहो 73 साल की उम्र में मैं भी जाके मारूंगा, लेकिन नहीं, वो मणिशंकर अय्यर ने, अरे यार तुम्हारे हाथ में मेहंदी लगी है क्या? बिहार में कन्वेंसिंग मत करो, आके पाकिस्तान को तोड़ो, हम तुम्हारे साथ हैं।
सुशील पंडित, you see there's a change of heart now. Professor Saab says, I am ready, take me along. Let's go and teach Pakistan a lesson.
नहीं, प्रोफेसर साहब को जिसको कहते हैं सेलेक्टिव एमनीजिया है। उस समय भारत के 2008 में गृह मंत्री हुआ करते थे शिवराज पाटिल। वो कपड़े बदल बदल कर प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे थे दिन में 4 बार। उनको अपने बाल संवारने से फुर्सत नहीं थी। तो क्या करे हिंदुस्तान? उनके सजने संवरने पर ताली बजाता? उनकी छुट्टी कर दी गई थी इसी वजह से। सरकार का क्रिटिसिज्म होना चाहिए, वक्त पर होना चाहिए। अगर आपका गृह मंत्री, जिसकी जिम्मेदारी है देश को सुरक्षित करने की, उसको सजने संवरने से फुर्सत नहीं है, तो क्या करे विपक्ष? चुप रहे। उस वक्त 2008 में यह हुआ था और सरकार को अपना गृह मंत्री बदलना पड़ा था। चिदंबरम को गृह मंत्री बनाया गया था।
नहीं, 2008 में 8 के बाद भी ये हुआ था कि एयरफोर्स को स्ट्राइक परमिशन मना कर दी गई थी। ये भी मैं कहना नहीं चाह रहा था प्रोफेसर साहब, लेकिन आपने बोल दिया तो मैंने कह दिया। आप भी यही 2-3 बार बोल चुके, मैं कहना नहीं चाह रहा था। एक तो सुशील जी ने बोल दिया कि आपके होम मिनिस्टर उस समय के कपड़े बदल रहे थे, और दूसरा मैंने बोल दिया। ये हम दोनों लोग ये बोलना नहीं चाह रहे थे, लेकिन हमें बोलना पड़ा। राधिका छेड़ा,
सिर्फ कपड़े नहीं बदले जा रहे थे। मुख्यमंत्री जो थे महाराष्ट्र के, वो अपने एक्टर बेटे के साथ कुछ डायरेक्टर्स और प्रोड्यूसर्स को साइट पे लेकर गए थे जहां अटैक हो रहा था, क्योंकि वो पिक्चर बनाना चाहते थे। और ये बात हमारे सभी सेनाओं के चीफ ने आके बताई थी कि 26/11 के बाद हमने इतने ऑप्शन सरकार को दिए थे और हमने कहा था आप बस आदेश दीजिए, हम पाकिस्तान को खत्म कर देंगे। लेकिन कहा नहीं, हम सिर्फ डिप्लोमेटिक रूट लेंगे, हम सिर्फ बातचीत करेंगे। तो अब कांग्रेस को आके ये ड्रामा नहीं करना चाहिए। लेकिन मैं एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट वीडियो तब से कह रही हूं जो मैं दिखाना चाहती हूं, जो शायद यहाँ पे आप लोगों के सामने एक कांग्रेस के प्रवक्ता है जो कई बार इस चैनल पे बैठे हैं, और यहाँ पे आबिद साहब भी इनको पहचानते होंगे। ये कांग्रेस के नेता है जो ये बात कह रहे हैं, सुनिएगा जरा।
नहीं चाहिए तरक्की, मैं आपको बोल रहा हूँ, न टूरिज्म चाहिए कश्मीरियों को, न तरक्की चाहिए। आप हमारी आजानों पे हमला करोगे, आपको भी टूरिज्म चाहिए। आप हमारी नमाजों पे हमला करोगे, आप टूरिज्म की बात कर रहे हो। हिजाब पे हमला हुआ, आप टूरिज्म की बात करो।
ये शेख आमिर हैं जो जम्मू कश्मीर के नेता है, प्रवक्ता है कांग्रेस के, एंड कई बार आपके चैनल पे हमने भी उनके साथ डिबेट किया है। और 85th प्लेनरी सेशन ऑफ द कांग्रेस छत्तीसगढ़ में उन्होंने पूरी कांग्रेस को भाषण भी दिया था। एंड किसने इंट्रोड्यूस कराया था उनको? बीके हरिप्रसाद। बीके हरिप्रसाद का भी हम कैसे स्टेटमेंट भूल सकते हैं जो अभी उन्होंने बोला। तो ये कांग्रेस है, उनके प्रवक्ता ओपनली आके बोल रहे हैं हमें नहीं चाहिए टूरिज्म, हमें ये नहीं चाहिए कश्मीर के। ये कश्मीर की बात कर रहे हैं, टूरिज्म नहीं चाहिए, चाहते हैं कि कश्मीरी भूखे मरे, ये चाहते नहीं कि कश्मीरी में नॉर्मलसी बने। और ये दीज आर ऑफिशियल स्पोक्स पर्सन ऑफ द कांग्रेस। कोई ऐसे कहते अरे गहरे नेता नहीं है, ये पूरे पार्टी को प्लेनरी सेशन पे एड्रेस करते हैं। राहुल गांधी के करीबी है, इनकी अनेकों
कमरुज़्ज़मान चौधरी, आंसर दैट क्वेश्चन सर। एंड दिस इज नॉट जस्ट अबाउट वन इंडिविजुअल, दिस इज अबाउट वन माइंडसेट। Ask questions of the government, but look what the Congress is doing. The Congress is actually going after the dead. You are, insulting the terror victims and doubting the testimony of the survivors. That's a no-go area, sir. Don't do that.
No, Pranesh, one thing you see, I called you an anti-national on yesterday's debate. I called you an urban Naxal, along with many of your anchor friends from different channels, because you have platformed a Kashmiri, a Pakistani, a panelist in your program. If the government had banned all the YouTubers, this channel, that channel, we have stopped the Indus Water Treaty, but the real anti-nationals are the TV channels as of now.
Yeah.
I don't have any doubt.
So when you run out of answers, blame the media. That's wonderful. Kamruzaman Chaudhary ji keeps saying this for the the rest of this week and for the weeks to come. Any question which is asked of the Congress, just say the media must answer. The media must answer. I will answer for Manishankar Iyer. I will answer for Congress's electoral debacles. I will answer for Congress's mentor-in-chief, Sam Pitroda, the Digvijay Singhs of the world, Pawan Kheda, Jairam Ramesh, these keyboard warriors. The media must answer. What should Rahul Gandhi do?
Yes, because you have been asking questions of the UPA government, of the Congress party, when such incidents like 26/11 happened.
I did not go back in time. Professor Akhil Swami, Professor Akhil Swami said, let's go back to 26/11. I was only telling you, listen to what Shashi Tharoor is saying. At least now listen to, let me play it out, sir, so that you understand. Listen to him.
We'll never know about the various terror attacks that were successfully thwarted. We only know about the ones we failed to thwart. That is normal in any kind of relationship. I do agree that there were failures, but I do not agree right now that that should be the main focus. Main focus should be the outrageous crimes committed against innocent Indian tourists.
Did you hear that, sir? Let that sink in. He is, emerged as a voice of reason. Not the first time, but like what happened to him the last time around, the Congress, I won't be surprised if Shashi Tharoor is show-caused for putting India first. And when you ask the media, why do you have, guests from Pakistan? We get them to expose them. That's the difference. Kamruzaman Chaudhary ji, we'll have to move on.